Hi Aries, this is a general horoscope, so please take what resonates and release the rest. We'll start off with some runes and then we'll clarify with some cards. So let's jump in. What does Aries need to know at this time? So for your current energy, you've got Rado. For your past, you have Ingus. And for your influencing energies, Fehu. Awas. And for the future, you have Gable. It's almost like, before we even jump in, I want to say, like, whatever decision you made recently was a really good one. And this is almost how I want to describe Ingus here. Usually it's a sign of like fertility, and like I won't get into the details of it because right now I feel it's very geared towards a decision that you've made quite recently. And I feel because you've made the decision, there's more peace in your soul right now because things will move into the direction they need. And that's what Awaz represents, is movement. And you've got Fehu, which represents abundance, and Rado, which is all about a journey. So it's almost like the decision that you've made is now bringing forward like a series of events. And that's how I want to describe Rado here, is there's a sequence of events that are coming up, and you have to go through each one, and that's the movement that's coming in. And it's going to balance everything. I feel like there's homework that needs to happen, and once the homework is done, once the sequence of events occur, you'll get all the answers that you need to move forward. And this is representing relationships, and in this case I wanted to describe it as the family. Like, there'll be more, I want to say, like, peace and balance at home, that because you have answers, you can now take things into the next steps, and you have your answers, so you can just move forward with those answers. But it was a really good decision that you've made, and you stuck to your guns, is what I'm going to say. Let's clarify with some more runes. What does Aries need to know? You've got Birkenau, which represents growth, because we mentioned like there's homework that needs to happen, and you're going to learn a lot. And this is what Birkenau represents, is growth. And what I want to say too is, don't take everything for face value. If something says something and it doesn't feel right, dig deeper. And don't be afraid to ask questions too, because there's no stupid questions. You've got Tiwaz. So we talked about having to stick to your guns, and like no question is stupid. And so this is what Tiwaz represents. It is really going for what you believe in. What does Aries need to know? You've got Yira. So here we talked about family and the peace, and this is what Yira is coming in to show, is that peace will come back, is how I want to describe it for this current energy. And you've got Algies. And Algies, it represents protection, but in this case, I want to say, because you've made the decisions, because you're going through this sequence of events, it will protect you, because in the sense that you're armed with all the knowledge to go forward with any sort of events that happen further down the line. Let's move on to cards now. What does Aries need to know? Oh, so we talked about events or decisions further down the line, and we have going forward. You have, knowledge is power. You'll get all your questions answered. All going through all this sequence of events, and this is almost like this path that you're on, and you do have light at the end of the tunnel, because knowledge is power. You have all the answers to go forward. Oh, which one is this? Abundance. So Fehu represents abundance, but in this case, I want to describe it as it's that knowledge. That knowledge is power, and that's how I really want to describe this abundance in this case. Protection. Oh, see, look, this is the same as algaes. So we're really in the right direction here. This is crazy. And we talked about knowledge is power, and you've got the power card. So this we are really on the right track here with all of this. So the sequence of events, I feel it's going to take like a couple weeks or maybe a couple months, but it will all work out in the end. There's a lot of movement and change happening, but don't be afraid of asking questions, and that family peace will be restored, because there won't be a stone left unturned. You will have all your answers to move forward. All right, that's what I have for you at this time. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.